Noor Abdalla, the wife of detained Columbia University graduate student Mahmoud Khalil, has spoken out in defence of her husband. Khalil, who holds a green card, was arrested by US immigration authorities in March for his role in Palestine solidarity demonstrations in New York last year. He's now facing deportation. Shihab Rattansi sent this report from Washington, D.C.
Mahmoud Khalil remains at a deportation facility in Louisiana, some 1,600 kilometers away from his home in New York. His next court hearing is on April the 8th. Speaking on US television, his wife, Noor Abdalla, said attempts to smear her husband as anti-Semitic were absurd.
I think it's ridiculous. It's disgusting that's what they're resorting to, that's the tactic that they're using to make him look like this person that he's not. Literally, it's so simple. He just does not want his people to be murdered and killed. He doesn't want to see little kids' limbs being blown off, you know? It gets offensive when you're constantly having to say, I'm not this, I'm not this. It kind of brought back a lot of things that I experienced growing up in the United States. In New York the other day, me and my husband were walking and someone said, called me a terrorist. So it's like constantly throughout my whole life, and I think most Muslims in this country can relate to that.
It is very striking, though, that argument that those who were protesting on university campuses against the Israeli genocide were therefore anti-Semitic or pro-Hamas by the Trump administration mirror very closely the arguments made by the Biden administration as those protests were happening. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Secretary of State Blinken all made the same charges, which is perhaps one of the reasons why the reaction from the Democratic Party here in Washington, supposedly leading the resistance to Trump's crackdown on the Constitution and free speech, has been so muted. Shihab Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.